What's going on, painting company owners? Happy Friday. Brandon from Painter Marketing Pros here. Today I am going to be talking about how to get your painting company ranked in the prestigious Google Map Pack or 3-pack, right? So this is when you're searching Google. Generally, it's more relevant on your phone, also relevant on desktop, and you have the ads, right? The Google ads, and then you have those three companies, sometimes four, sometimes they'll throw an ad in there as well. That basically you can see the number of reviews, their average star rating, you can see their address, you can see a lot about the company. You can click there to call now. So a lot of calls come through that way because people conduct a lot of mobile searches. And the numbers vary. There are all different kinds of studies, but typically about 44% of calls are coming through that map pack, meaning almost half of all the calls when people are Googling for businesses are actually coming through that 3-pack, right? But there are only three companies there for each search. Again, except sometimes they throw in an ad, right? And that's pay-per-click. So we had an awesome Google Ads pay-per-click workshop with the PCA yesterday. Going to have a recording of that up on PCA Overdrive. So if you're a member of the PCA, you'll have access to it. If not, reach out and I can send it to you. Today, we are actually having another workshop, 2 workshops this month, at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, where we're going to be taking a deeper dive into this and kind of covering everything related to getting ranked in that map pack, what's changed in 2021 or the changes upcoming in 2022 that you need to be aware of. So it'll be a great workshop. Reach out to me if you're interested in attending. But I wanted to drop a live video with a few other more important topics, right? A few of the kind of the more basic topics that everyone can implement. So number one, don't try to game the system. Don't try to change your company name. If your name's Bob's House Painting, don't say Bob's House Painting of Tampa in your Google business profile because you want to be ranked in Tampa. It might work temporarily. Eventually, Google's going to shut you down or ban you. So just don't do it. Number two, you need to have a physical address. You don't use a UPS address. Don't use a USPS PO box. Don't use something like that. I know some painting company owners are doing it. It can work, but it's risky, and I'll tell you that Google's cracking down on it, and ultimately, again, might get flagged, in which case it's going to be very difficult to get back into that map pack at that point. You don't want to get on Google's bad side. Have your services listed, right? Don't go in excess. Don't list things you don't do. Make sure that they're all core primary services, but if you do siding, if you do paper hanging, whatever you do, make sure that you're listing it. Don't just list painting and that's it. If you have other services, make sure you're listing them. Make sure you cover all your service areas, right? So if you're, again, using Tampa, if you're based in Tampa, but you also serve St. Petersburg, Clearwater, St. Pete Beach, Sarasota, Wesley Chapel, Temple Terrace, make sure that you're listing those as service areas because Google My Business gives you the ability to list all your different service areas. It used to just be a radius that they had, but they changed that. And so now you can actually identify specific areas, which is really helpful. And make sure you're capitalizing on that. Reviews. We went really in depth about 2 months back with a PCA workshop on reputation management. Reviews is one of the most important components. Once you have your Google My Business optimized, once you have everything dialed in, you have to focus on getting a steady stream of positive reviews. That is one of the key components to the Google algorithm, right? And it's gonna be what puts you above the next painting company. So make sure you have some system in your company for getting those 5-star Google reviews. And then post. So Google's an active forum, right? People think it's you just set it up. It's like a directory, like a Yelp or something, and you don't really worry about it. But think about it kind of in between a Yelp and a Facebook. Think about it more like a Facebook. Think about it more like a social media. Post to it every week because Google wants to see that you're active. It wants you to be live on that platform. And then Q&A. It's again kind of going back to the platform being live. Google wants people to use it and get benefit from it. And sometimes people ask questions. Make sure you're answering those questions. Don't let those questions just hang out there. And you can even feed a couple questions, right? Ideally from real customers. But if you have a good relationship with a customer too, maybe have them throw you a softball to start to kind of get the Q&A rolling with your company. Like, hey, what you mentioned that you use X, Y, or Z paint. Why does it really matter what paint we use? Why would I want to pay your company more just for that? that gives you the ability to go into why your materials make so much difference and the issues that customers can run into if they work with painting companies that don't use premium materials. It's just kind of a softball question. Anyways, those are kind of high level things. Um, make sure you have a physical address that customers can come to if you're trying to rank. If you're a little bit bigger painting company, you might want to invest in renting a space just for the GMB. I know it sounds like kind of a lot, but it is worth it because it helps tremendously. So anyways, hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you are interested in attending the workshop, reach out to me. I'll send you a link. Again, it's today at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Super excited doing it with the PCA. Yeah, happy Friday. Let's crush it.